Hello again, everyone, and you did not misread that title. I did it again. And with Aspect of Artemis this time. Aspect of Artemis is regarded by some as the worst aspect in the game, if not, like, one of the worst. Um, but I love this aspect so much. I think it's so cool, and everybody is just so boring for not trying it and getting used to it. So I went for a Max Sphere clear, and I got it. And this is that. So before I did the Melstaff Max Spear, I was attempting to get an Artemis Blades Max Spear clear, but I kind of decided to switch to Melstaff just to get a clear since it's like way easier.
Hey, you gotta try that one on me.
Now that I got the Melstaff Max Spear clear, I switched over to the Blades once again, the Artemis Blades, and on my first run that got past Sirens, I just won. I mean, I got lucky, but, like, still, that's crazy. I was expecting this to take, like, at least a couple weeks, but nope, it's a one and done. So, why do people think blades are so bad? I actually think that blades are a fine weapon. It's just that they're very dependent on the hammers they get. Without good hammers or just a good build in general, they're incredibly weak and difficult to use. But if you get the right hammers, you can actually get pretty powerful with these things. As long as you hit, blades are good, and in this run, oh boy did I hit, and well, here we are with an Artemis Max Sphere clear. So, I'm going to be giving some post-commentary over the run, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy the run. It was very fun, and I'm super stoked about it, and super stoked to show you guys it, so let's just jump right into it then, shall we?
This is fate. I'm off.
All right, post-commentary time. We start with like Garo Stash and Reaper Knives. This is basically the best start you can get outside of Trick Knives. Like I said, blades really struggle with damage when you don't have the right hammers, or just like they struggle with damage in the early game in general. So getting a Garo Stash into Reaper Knives is really good for my damage, and it's basically going to ensure that this early game goes very smoothly. Now with Reaper Knives, you will want a percent attack. So that's an attack that adds percent damage rather than an on-hit boon that will just add an effect to your boon like Hestia or like Scorch and stuff.
Whalers again.
Unfortunately, we don't get this Hermes boon, but also it's kind of fine. Hermes doesn't give you any extra damage, so I'm fine getting Onion. I'm fine with the Hermes boon getting Onion. And making use of the riposte here. A lot of big enemies just spawned in, so using the riposte to clear them out very quickly. Unfortunately, got hit by a Pinion there. That's fine. We can manage. Hestia. We'll give her Smoldering here. I don't want the special because, again, I want a percent special, not an on-hit special, although normally Hestia special is actually a pretty good one to use. Excuse me, I'm a little bit nasally right now, I guess is the word to say. Let me hydrate real quick. That's a little better. Alright, we have Smoldering. Great food to hit. That helps me a ton in room clear, like fish rooms and stuff. That is normally a big struggle, but now I can just like leave my cast and just let it do its thing. So you might have also noticed that I did not pick up the Breath of Arrows in that Charon well there. That is because if you pop riposte, if you pop your parry, and you have Breath of Arrows, it consumes the Breath of Arrows for some reason. I don't know why, so I can't really use it in an Artemis run, so wonderful, I guess.
I can use this.
Arachne, great. Glad to see Arachne. Sucks that we have the lavender dress as opposed to one of the higher value dresses. Channel speed really isn't useful because the aspect of bonus already channels your Omega attack so quickly, and I don't really use those specials even though I probably should. But 30 armor is 30 armor, and just skip is skip, so can't really complain about that. By the way, those specials consume 1 crit per blade, but if you have 1 crit left, then all the blades will crit regardless of how many blades you shoot out. So, Afro specials have the highest percent out of any god, obviously with the stipulation that you have to be nearby. We hit the specials here, so being nearby kind of sucks, because normally the specials are like super safe, and that's a great and that's really good for blades. But you know, we can try. I thought that I would just give the Artemis specials a little bit of a try and see how they played out. And as it turns out, they played out really darn well. As you can see, we're dealing 140 damage without Gaigaros, and we're dealing 152 with Gaigaros. So if we hit with both the initial hit and the return hit, that is 304 damage. And if we crit that, that's over 900 damage, which is really strong.
Bones for the broker.
Nice Chimera Jerky in the well. That helps my damage a little bit too. I pick up the Hex here because I am using a little bit of magic. It's well worth it to pick this up. Would really love a Hestia or Aphrodite Godsend. Those are fantastic. Wouldn't say no to a Twilight Curse either. Aphrodite Godsend, fantastic for bossing. I'm not going to be able to charge it. I'm not going to be able to charge up the Godsend fast enough in normal encounters, so getting the Aphro encounter to help with bossing is really good. Hestia Godsend is also really good for Chronos V2 versus the Tempai and versus Siren, because you can just delete one of their phases with the 1000 Scorch, which is really, really nice. Siren sucks, so that's really good for us. And we have the Hestia Godsend. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately we get no bonus Path of Stars upgrades from that one. So we're not going to be able to get the Hestia Godsend until probably after Sirens. And yeah, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Nem Room, really good. Love that skip. And we're into Hecate with over 2 minutes on the clock. That's fantastic. Hecate isn't particularly difficult, but she can serve as a bit of a gatekeeper to Oceanus, and obviously if you don't have a ton of time going into her, you're going to have like quite a rough time versus her. Huge crits. As you can see, that her health bar is just absolutely melting thanks to these crits, and we're already into P2. Good mid-phase pattern. It's going to be easy to dodge Sheepball versus this one later. Clearing out the witches. Don't want to be a little bit too greedy here. Want to preserve this dress for as long as possible. I mean, not that the dress itself is important, it's just very good to have the armor here. Waiting for a good opportunity to use my riposte. Finally get it, and the damage just racks up. Into Sheepball. Dodge the Sheepball as late as possible, and then dodge perpendicular to the split Sheepballs. Very clean Sheepball dodge. Sheepball has had many a run of mine before, so good to get through that without any hassle whatsoever. Dealing with the witches a little bit safely. It's rough with Afro specials to get close to them, but we do it pretty well. Unfortunately, she pops Dark Side here. That's really scary. We riposte into dash. I got hit there. Ignore that. This is a perfect XP otherwise. Very well played on my end. I definitely got a way too risky near the end of that Hecate. She could have absolutely mauled me with her attacks there, but thankfully I was able to kill her before she killed me, so I win. Yippee. Picking Timepiece, as always, helps us get some extra boons that are really necessary for high fear. And we're into Oceanus. So this run is going super well so far. It's my best run I've had yet since restarting the Artemis grind. And I know that it's probably going to end prematurely, or at least that's what I'm thinking in the moment. So I'm not like super stressed at this point. I'm just like, oh, we'll just keep going, see how far I can get. And Submission Room, this is why we have Smolder Ring here. Unfortunately, the Revenants forced me to walk around and pick up my stuff, or pick up the Revenants, of course. So I can't just like watch my cast do all the work, but you know, it's great. It's good. It's good to have still. Oof. Really bad projectile to get hit by. That hippo projectile kind of sucks. And then I get hit by fish twice. Thankfully, keeping the dress at least. Purge that. So right here, I don't know what happened. I think my controller jittered a little bit. I don't know. I somehow used an O special there. My movement was whack. Just ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen. Pretend we still have 2 Golly blocks. Yeah, Zeus is great. So Heaven Strike is a great hit here. Using our normal combo, now we get blitz damage in between. The blitz is really good damage for us to have. And if we get Trick Knives, Blitz Attack is great because you can hit them with the Blitz and all 3 hits of the Trick Knives at the same time. It's really good. looking for preparation nodes because I forget that I can use magic here. Don't get the Hestia Godsend right off the bat, but that's okay. Trial here, you always want to take trials on Max Sphere. Even though they're very dangerous, you want as many boons as possible. We get Glamour Gain, so we have a magic regen that's pretty good. We don't really care about the weakness effects. We just really care about the regen because Yo attack is basically just a teleport. It's pretty safe. It's kind of, I mean, I guess it's kind of unsafe to use normally. Like, you can end up, like, teleporting in front of some really dangerous enemies. But with the riposte, if you get you get 1 second of iframes or so after your Omega attack, this is really useful. It helps prevent you from just getting instantly deleted after you use your O attack into a group of enemies. So, yeah, it's really nice safety. I chose to fight Hestia because Aphrodite Trial has burned me in Max Sphere in the past. It can be really rough sometimes. Picking the Zeus Spoon here because it's not a mini-boss, and I've only seen one other mini-boss so far, so that means that we're going to see another mini-boss after this, and it's not going to get unhinged, which is great. This room is terrifying. Not only is there a bullet hell, not only are there whispers going towards me, there's so many hazards. Whispers are shockingly dangerous on blades because you can't really, because they're really dangerous to get close to, and you have to get close to them in order to deal damage on blades. And our build, obviously, we need to get close to them in order to use the Acro Specialists to their greatest effects, but obviously it normally affects your attack instead. Very terrifying enemy there. Glad this room shaked out a little bit better than it could have. Don't purge the onion there because we want to save our 2 purges on something more valuable, such as a boon right here. So Ares sucks. We don't want Ares in our builds whatsoever, so we're going to purge this. I parry the projectile from the Serpent before it splits, so I don't have to deal with dodging all that random incoming stuff. Purge that, and we get a Chaos Gate, so we can purge the Chaos Boon for another extra 550 gold. And yeah, big money, and we're already into Sirens. And not only that, in the end shop, we see both Hephaestus and armor, and we get heavy metal. So all of a sudden, this run is looking like it actually has a really high chance of just straight up winning, which is kind of terrifying because this is like my first day of getting back to the Artemis attempts, and I was like, okay, if I'm getting a run this good this early, that's like normally you get better the more you do things, right? Unfortunately, Gallaglock lost. I was like, if I'm getting a good run this early, I mean, I don't want a good run this early. I want a good run, like, after a little while when I'm be, like, ready to, you know, actually get it clear with it. But, well, as it turns out, I already was ready. So, yeah, we're damaging Jenny there because her combo breaker is on cooldown, which means that she's not going to dive into the water and get away from me. So that just gives you free time period to get my damage in first turn. The boiler explodes here, so I make sure to lead Skilla into it, and she takes 3,000 damage to it. Nice. Helps a lot. Thank you, Gully, for that dodge right there. That would have been real bad. So when you parry something, you always want to make sure that it's like, you don't want to awkwardly hold out your parry for an extended period of time. Another nice dodge. Thank you, Golly. So you want to parry predictable attacks as often as possible, and since the tentacles will always do that sweeping attack whenever you get close to them, that's a very good attack to parry. In comes Slam Dash, dodge like a pro. That means it's annoying to see my last back here clear to see why. Still miffed about that hitbox. Roxy is currently taking up the middle, so I just have to stay to the side. I use the parry to manage Skilla's Scream there. Works very well. So far, this Sirens is going incredibly well. Get hit by Jenny's silly little balls there. The incredibly predictable drum pattern. I don't get the parry off. Goodbye, Jetty. We're using the Total Eclipse here to deal time damage to Roxy. Well, there goes Roxy. She's gone. Dead. Skill is screaming, so I'm going to go deal with the tentacles in the meantime while I wait for her to stop. Tentacles have a very predictable sweep attack that they always use whenever you're close to them, so you generally want to just dash through it whenever they use it. Also, almost got hit by that spike there. Jeez, that was really close. Final phase skill, have plenty of armor, so not really in danger of getting killed here. Final parry, and with that, we are into fields. Really strong builds. We obviously don't have trick knives. We would really like a trick knife, because I don't know if I have enough DPS to burst down Chronos with this build, even with White Antler.
Which keepsake now?
picking Silken Sash yet again, just like last time. I decided, you know, let's go with some defense. Even though I kind of don't need it. I decided that it worked so well last time, might as well use Silken Sash again. I could also potentially consider Experimental Hammer there to make myself either hit Trick Knives right off the bat or to take a different hammer out of the pool so I am more likely to hit Trick Knives. I decided not to do that because Dancing Knives exists, and Dancing Knives is a damage down because it makes it so that you can't hit the same enemy twice with the same special. So you don't want to hit Dancing Knives, otherwise your build just goes to shit immediately, and it's not worth the risk. Dealing with these Mourners very easily, doing pretty good so far, I'm not gonna lie.
Choose your path.
So we get Hestia Gusset on deck. Again, this is pretty much only going to be used during bosses, and at this point, it's pretty much only going to be the Chronos fight, so not particularly useful during normal encounters, but it's nice regardless. Maybe I could, like, farm it, considering I actually have a magic regen here. I kind of just forget about hexes half the time, especially on Max Sphere, when you normally can't really make any good use of them, because you're usually not using any magic whatsoever, but we got plenty of magic to spare. We have a Glamour gain to recharge our magic. We have enough max magic to get things done. So, yeah, we can definitely make some pretty solid use out of this Godsend, even outside of bosses, but I kind of forget to do that.
Greater focus.
Onion, the Half Boon, unfortunate. I would love a Half Boon here. It's Queen Lamii. Queen Lamii sucks. It's really difficult to get close to her safely, which is kind of what we have to do here. And I'm just getting hit by everything on the board right now. I try to parry here, but unfortunately I ripped the Omega attack a little bit too early, which leads to me getting hit by the Miasma and just getting hit in general. Bad fight. I lose 40 armor for that. Unfortunate. But we see Echo here, which I guess makes up for it a little bit.
So close to Tartarus.
Hoping for evade once again, and we hit it. Perfect. So again, we are continually hitting the nuts over and over and over again, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. Alright, these trees. So, Hammer is a risky play. You really want Trick Knives here, but it's not guaranteed to hit here. And you have a Half Boon on the right tree. So, I'd say that the tree on the right is the more consistent play here if you're going for consistency, of course, but I'm not going for consistency. I want a high roll here. Because I think that this run is probably just gonna die anyways. Like, there's no reason to, like, care all that much about, like, consistency at this point. So, I decided to just go for the gamble on the Trick Knives. And hope that I hit it, I guess. Fought the Thorn Stalker there really badly. Lose a Golly block for that. This field is just going really badly for me now. But on the bright side, Flash Riot's getting a ton of value here, taking out these Munchers very easily. And it's this room again, the same room as the same room that I had in the other Max Sphere clear. Nice parry there, and we have Speedy Lamii. Whoopsies, this is gonna be, this is terrifying. These enemies are absolutely terrifying, I'm going to be completely honest. And I get hit again. As you can see there, Beans just move so quickly, I can hardly deal with it, and I get hit by them like 3 times. Rough, really rough enemy encounter type. This goes for all weapons, but blades especially. Enemy RNG matters a lot in Max Sphere. If you get a bad group of enemies, especially with Fang's perks, you're going to have a really bad time, and it's going to ruin your run. We're all the way down to 6 armor. I would really like to keep this armor into the Serb fight, because otherwise, I get hit for 3 there, barely hanging on to it. The armor is 1 free hit during the Serb fight, so reserving it is critical, because that dog hits like a damn truck. If I've ever seen one. So getting 1 extra free hit effectively now that all my gullies are gone is really important into that fight. So we check the hammer and we had Trick Knives. Oh my goodness, this build is absolutely insane. All of a sudden this run is looking like it might just flat out win, which is crazy. And on top of that, we get a Hef Boon in the shop, and Hef gives us a Trusty Shield. So, all of a sudden, it looks like we're even more going to win here. Take the bomb the special, I guess, or the attack, whatever. So, we're sitting pretty right now. All I have to do is I have to get past Serb without losing too much, and then I have to get through Tartarus, and then as long as I have enough resources into Chronos, it's basically free. That fight is not that bad if you know what you're doing. But first we have to get past Serve, and I'm really glad I didn't pick Knucklebones because Jesus Christ, he is melting. Knucklebones would have done like hardly anything compared to the amount of damage I'm doing right now. Mid-phase pattern here, have to run around a bit to not get hit by the miasma. I get hit by the miasma anyways. Taking out the Tenpai first, #1 priority target. And on to B2. We're hoping that Serve does his Fire Breath attack as little as possible. It's the most dangerous attack that he can do, and if he does it, you're very sad. Especially because you do not have any movement speed. Normally, if you have movement speed, it helps a ton in dodging it, but we don't have it, so really don't want to see it at all. I do have the parry to help manage it, but I kind of forget about using the parry for that in the moment, which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. And when I say Fire Breath, I don't mean this Fire Breath, but obviously that messes me up too because he does the combo breaker there and continues shooting fire. So like, I'm sad. I just get hit by that randomly anyways, but it's okay. We still have 8 armor. And bit of a weird thing here happens. He does a fireball. He does another fireball. He does another fireball. He does another fireball. And again. 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 Bro is still going, by the way. And he finally stops. I've never seen Serb do that many fireballs in a row. I don't know if I will ever see him do that many fireballs in a row ever again. But kind of goofy regardless. Gotta stay close to him because that's how you deal with the Fire Breath attack. The easiest. But unfortunately I have to go far away from him, a little far away from him. Or no, he gets far away from me here, and then of course at the 11th hour he uses the Fire Breath attack and rips off my armor. Rip to the lavender dress, rip to the dress stream. But it's okay, we have Trusty Shield, so losing the 3 armor there actually doesn't really matter all that much in the long run, because we don't really care about the channel speed that the dress provides. So yeah, that's Serve. We have 2 minutes going into Tart, that's great. That's about the amount of time we want to have. We have 40% evades left, and we're sitting pretty here. There's only one keep save we can use here, and it's White Antler. I already explained why in the last video, best defense is a good offense, and White Antler is a very good offense. You can't get kills if whatever's trying to kill you is already dead. So yeah, that's our goal. We're going to speed through Tartarus, trying to preserve as many Golly blocks into Chronos as possible. And yeah.
Maintenance access.
It's a little bit risky. It's a little bit tough because the Acro specials, obviously you need to be close to your enemies in order to get the maximum damage, but the specials will still deal a solid amount of damage at long range, especially thanks to Gyaro Stash. So at the end of the day, we can still probably make it through Tart without too much of a hassle. Also, as you can see, I'm using a combo here where after a dash strike trick knives, I use a special. That special deals a lot of extra damage, it's nice and fluid, it's easier to aim, and just overall helps my damage output. Room 1, very easy. Clouds, whoopsies, this is a little spooky here. See some projectiles coming in out of thin air. I have no idea how that fireball didn't hit me, by the way. It literally stopped just short of my feet. Really scary. Mopping up the rest of the sand skulls here, and that is room 4 down. Sand skulls, they deal damage, so better be careful. I see Tenpai here. I want to take out the Tenpai as quickly as possible because they're just very dangerous enemies. The way their projectiles move, nice dodge there, thank you, Echo. The way their projectiles move is super irregular and just makes fighting them a pain in the ass. So want to get rid of them as soon as possible, whenever possible. See the dad room here. We want to take deep descent if possible. There's something else that really works here. And we hit it. Wonderful. So that makes our Chronos fight a hell of a lot easier. Oh, little background flash. Whoops. So again, this run just keeps getting better. I get frozen here. It doesn't really matter, thankfully. It's worth noting that Trick Knives do not get crits from the riposte of Aspect of Artemis, although the base Dash Strike does. So that's another reason why I'm doing the Dash Strike into special combo. It's to actually squeeze a bit of extra value out of the riposte, even with Trick Knives. Although right now I don't really have to use the riposte because White Antler, yippee! Trick Knives is still always worth taking on Aspect of Artemis. It's just that good. Nothing good in the well here. That's really unfortunate. Would have loved the Chimera Jerky here. Or, actually, it's just Chimera Jerky, honestly. Yet another Sand Skull room here. We're getting a lot of Sand Skull rooms in Tartarus, which I actually don't mind. The Trick Knives and the Flash Fry deals with them really easily. I would just love to do nothing but just kill Sand Skulls all day. It's so nice and easy. It's so free. I can preserve my Golly Bears all the way to Kronos. But, of course, this asshole spawns in. And not only does he spawn in, he's fucking invincible. And he just walks through my cast like it's nothing. This little bastard is just gonna make my life hell. He already took my Golly blocks. I gotta deal with this guy. Or, well, I can't deal with this guy. I need to deal with everything else before I can deal with this guy. And I did. Thank you for the dodge, Echo. Huge. Although that dodge really didn't matter because he would have just hit my trusty shield anyway, so. But, hey, no harm, no foul. Only thing I can afford here is the Hermes Spoon, or the only thing that I want here is the Hermes Spoon. We get the Star Step. That's great because more dashes equals more dash strikes equals more damage. So, yeah. Looking really pretty going into the Kronos fight. I'm super confident here, even though it might look kind of scary, I'm actually super confident going into this. Because, again, this fight is not really all that bad if you know what you're doing and you don't get screwed over by some weird patterns. And Artemis, thanks to the parry, Artemis has like a way to like avoid crazy BS time slow patterns, and just like it just has like it's just good for a general panic button. So, yeah. Even though we have White Antler that's already giving us crit, the Riposte crit actually stacks with White Antler, so you get an 80% crit chance, and that's pretty nice. Again, it also does not affect the Trick Knives, but we are still weaving specials into our normal attack pattern, so we're still going to be getting value out of our Riposte as long as we weave those specials in and they can get crits. Of course, I already mentioned the defensive value that Riposte has. You saw it earlier when I used the Riposte to help manage the orbitals there. Really nice use of Riposte as well. Another set of orbitals. Go to the bottom right of the arena because that causes the orbitals to dissipate against the walls. Learned that from Vitatus. Thanks, buddy. I dash like way too early and I get hit for it. Grant my Golly blocks. P1 is otherwise going pretty darn smoothly so far, though. Oof. Very quick attack. Kronos does that sometimes if you combo breaker him. Nice Riposte there. Yeah, if you combo breaker him, he can do a very quick attack afterwards. Sometimes it's really scary. So P2, I'll admit this phase does not get off to the best start. I get a little bit greedy, and then I get frozen right off the bat, and I lose my Golly block because of it. Oops. But that's not all. Some other weird shenanigans occur here. So Kronos tries to time slow me, but I phase him, and normally he's supposed to stop the time slow if you phase him, but he didn't there, and instead he just kind of sat there. I don't know. Anyways, Hestia Godsend is almost on deck, so I use an O special to get it up, and then we use it and burn all the Tempai. I don't have to deal with the Tempai in this phase. It's really scary to deal with the Tempai while dodging Kronos' attacks, so I just want to get them out of the way as quickly as possible, so that's why I use the Godsend there. It's not like it's going to be very useful during any other parts of the fight either. And with that, we are into P3 with 2 minutes left. Great build, a lot of defense. Well, some defense. We can only take one extra hit here, even though we do have evades. It's just the armor, but it's looking very bright here, to say the least. Nice dodge. Tries to time slow me, so I pull out my parry. With the parry and the dash, I am able to pretty much negate that time slow. So, really glad to have that ready there. And we still want to get the riposte charges for my normal specials because 480 damage twice, that's a lot. Trigger combo breaker, so I run away. And mid-phase pattern, so with no movement speed, this attack pattern that Kronos is doing right now is terrifying. So I cross him up, I get a nice lucky dodge there, thank you Echo. And thanks to me crossing him up, I'm able to pretty much negate that attack pattern. And we get another cutscene here. That's great because it means that I don't get hit out of nowhere for 88 damage, which Kronos can sometimes do, and because he can't do the cutscene twice. Stay close to him because orbitals have a dead zone near him. And at this point, I just kind of wail on him, and it's pretty much over from here. And yeah, that's pretty much the Artemis 67 complete. I'm in complete disbelief right here. I put my mic on in just a moment, so you'll be able to hear my live reaction. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you for watching, and enjoy my end reaction. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! I can't fucking believe I just did that! I cannot fucking believe I just did that! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! That did not just fucking happen! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! I'm so fucking cracked! Holy shit! Oh, oh my god! I can't fucking believe it, dude! I can't fucking believe it! On day one! What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Oh my god! Oh, oh, oh my god, it actually happened. I can't fucking believe that just happened. Oh my god. Oh, oh my. Oh, worst aspect of the game, my ass. It's still the worst aspect of the game, but still, oh my god. I'm just better. What the fuck?
Remains of Kronos.
Ugh. Ugh.